Jake Bates. Throwing right side, and it's going to be intercepted. Return past the 15, past the 20, out past the 30. Has space down the sideline. 40, 35, 30. And he is gone. A pick six for Houston. Snap good, hold good, kick up. And it is straight down the middle. Looking to throw, rolls out right. Throws end zone. Touchdown San Antonio. Cody Latimer alone in the end zone. They take a 1-point lead with 3 seconds left. 52-yarder, left hash for the win. Snap good, hold good, kick up, and it's drilled. Miami escapes week 1 with the win. Jason Sanders is looking to throw. Pass right side, wide open. Touchdown Drake London. Touchdown Drake London. Atlanta has tied this game and are an extra point away from taking the lead. Needing the 12-yard line. Handoff, Robinson left side. And going to be stuffed. A loss of 4, maybe 5 on the play. And with 50 seconds to go, the Chiefs have the ball. And most likely that does it. Ball on the 17.5-yard line. Looking to throw. Stepping up, throwing for the end zone. And caught. Touchdown Green Bay. Dontavian Wicks. 56 seconds to play. The Packers are within 3. 6:17 to play in overtime. Tua shotgun. Back to his left. 3 receivers to the right. Bunched up. Tua to throw. Pass time. Plenty of time. Pass. End zone left side. Jonnu Smith. Touchdown Miami. They're gonna win. Let's go, baby. Here, back behind him. 3 receiving options to the left. Gonna send Smith in motion. Toss left side for Saquon Barkley. Good blocking and room to run. Pass midfield. Spinning his way. Pass to 35 to 30. 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, and the Eagles respond instantly. Saquon Barkley. Oh my, making his presence felt. 1 play, 60 yards, 3rd and 9 from the 35. Mahomes looking to throw. Quick pass left side, caught by Piron. Has room to run. First down and more. Down to about the 17. And he stays in bounds. That will do it. The Kansas City Chiefs have escaped the Bills and have punched their ticket. Hello. And welcome to Arlington versus DC. We're wrapping up week 8 of the UFL season with the final game and potentially the final matchup before all the playoff spots are clinched. If DC wins today, not only do they clinch their spot, but they clinch St. Louis's spot after their incredible win the week prior. This is going to be a doozy. The last time these two teams played, it was a 37-32 shootout in Arlington. This game is at Audi Field in DC. And man, oh man, it should be a good one. Luis Perez is coming off of a fantastic week against Michigan last week. And DC as a whole coming off of a really solid week against San Antonio in what was a tight game as well. This should be a great matchup. Playoff spots on the line, season on the line for the Renegades. Can they pull it off? Can they keep their season alive for one more week? We shall see. After this week, Arlington got a pretty easy schedule the rest of the way. They have to play Memphis and San Antonio the rest of the way. They're in a good spot. DC has to play Houston and then St. Louis, with St. Louis next week having to play San Antonio. So this should be this is a very important week throughout the UFL. Playoff spots on the line, XFL Conference Championship on the line. We shall see. We're a few minutes away from kickoff in this one between the Renegades and the Defenders. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. These noon kickoffs, man, they never get easy. But we are here, just waiting for kickoff. come on, ABC. Get done with this fucking programming so we can get to the pregame shit. Yeah, really, again, expectations for this game is it's going to be a very tightly contested, a very close matchup, and definitely one of those games where we're going to see some animosity between the two teams. We shall see. We shall see. What's going? Over 212. I'm not I'm not confident in saying he'll get over that. But I also feel like he definitely could at the same time. Because Arlington does do a good job against DC's defense. So like in the first matchup, he had 268 yards. Last week he had, I think, close to 215 as well. Last week he had 314. Damn, I undershot him. Yeah, that is a line that I typically wouldn't be like confident in touching. But at the same time, like he's done it more. He has done it against DC in the past. So I'm not gonna fully say it's a safe bet because this game is entirely different than the last time these two teams played. But I think it's definitely a possibility just because again, if this could be a shootout, just like the last time. DC's defense is one that I like giving like the slight edge to in any hypothetical just because of what we've seen of them in the past. So yeah. I wouldn't like go crazy on that. But definitely like a sprinkle, I guess. I don't know. It all depends on what DC's front seven is able to bring and the pressure they're able to bring. Let me make sure this wasn't a regional broadcast because what's going on with my. Oh, that's fantastic. No, it doesn't say it's a regional broadcast. So have we not cut to that yet on my ABC? What's going on here? It's okay. That's weird. They pushed the programming back by like 10 minutes, so we might be starting this a little late on my end. I also need to charge my keyboard. There we go. Yeah, it's weird. That ABC pushed back the programming a bit here, so kickoff should be happening momentarily, but on my end, it's still not showing the game for some reason. And speaking of, yeah, kickoff has already happened. I don't understand ABC right now in Florida, but okay, so we've had an incomplete pass thrown by Perez towards Tyler Vaughn. We've had a 2-yard carry for Day Hunter. All the while, my ABC is still not showing the game. This is insane. So yeah, Arlington does have ball first in this one. Is this shown on a different network right now? It's just not telling me. Or is it just straight up? Yeah, no, it was just straight up pushed back. Okay. That's insane, but sure. They All right, third play of the game is a short pass from Perez to Deontay Burnett that goes for 4 yards. And we're just now heading to the game, I think. I don't know what's going on with my local broadcast. But it's been that's terrible that happened. But it seems like it's going to be a 3 and out to begin things off for the Renegades. I'm sorry, my local broadcast is still showing the 11 o'clock news. It ran past its endpoint because they had some politicians on to discuss shit. So it ran past its end time by 10 minutes, it seems. So yeah, I've just missed the first drive, it seems. Whatever. I love that either New York or Indiana will be in the finals. We need more, like, I want to say small markets because New York is there, but we need some more we need some more good stories in the NBA and NHL playoffs. I did not need to see Boston again. Cleveland could have been fun, but no, I just didn't need to see Boston again. And the fact that Indiana handled Cleveland the way they did makes it fun. Yeah, I think Minnesota and New York would be the ideal finals. As my ABC is on a commercial break right now. I'm not sure if this game went to commercial break or not. Seems like it might have. I don't know what Toast's reaction would be, Flash, if the Knicks win it all. That is one where I might force him to actually come on. We if the Knicks are set up to win, like if they're up 3-1, 2, whatever, we're gonna be streaming we're gonna be streaming those games just in case the Knicks are able to pull it out. Because or at least I'm gonna be in call with Toasted. I'm not sure if we'll be streaming them. That'll be up to him. But yeah, seeing a Knicks win would be insane. And this is why I fucking hate my ABC. On the punt, Chris Rowland will fumble and is picked up at DC's 28 by Arlington. So they have ball in plus territory with a negative 4-yard carry by Day Hunter, followed up by an incomplete pass. We're still on the local news. What the fuck is going on here? Is it on another channel that I'm just not realizing? It says ABC. Doesn't know. It doesn't show anything else. What is going on here? I am so sorry, but ABC is just fucking everything up. I think I had this happen once last year. But this is... I don't know what to say about this. I mean, this game wasn't supposed to be a regional broadcast, so I'm not sure why it's not. And now it got pushed back another 10 minutes. What the fuck is going on? Hold on, I have an idea. This is some bullshit. I don't know how behind I'll be compared to what I should otherwise have been. If this will even work. Okay, cool. Backup idea ain't working either. Yeah, I don't have ESPN Plus. That's the issue, Bob Flash. Just South Florida ABC is just not deciding to show the game right now, and I don't know why. It's still showing the morning news. Okay, we had a... So after the fumble on the punt, Day Hunter loses 4 yards on the carry on 1st and 10. 2nd and 14, pass is incomplete. 3rd and 14, a 14-yard pass to Day Hunter gets the first down. Then a negative 2-yard completion to Sal Cannella, and then another incomplete pass for Arlington. I'm going off of the UFL app at this point for their play updates because this is insane. Yeah, it's all it is. I don't like, just cut it, ABC. I don't know why. Um, I type, please. Yeah, it's just weird. So screw it. Arsenal versus Newcastle United. Let's go. Because the UFL game won't be shown. We gotta find something else until they decide to. I guess I don't know. Nah, this is better. 2016 NFC wildcard New York Giants versus Green Bay Packers. 3:52 left in the game. Packers up 31-13. 2nd and 5 coming up. Isn't this the run the table year for the Packers? Until we get the UFL game and watch an old football. Fuck it. I legit might boot up NFL Plus and turn it into a Super Bowl watch along. See if I remember see how well I remember these rosters. Rodgers under center, back behind him, 2 receiving options to the right. Gonna play action, look to throw, rolling right side, has some time, pass right side, gonna be caught for a first down, gain of 6. Ball now up to the plus 3-yard line. Let's do it. We got... I'm keeping up the ABC on in the background as well, just in case. Let me add a text to the screen as well, so new people join and don't get confused. Typically, ESPN, ABC is fine, but it's just weird. So Rodgers and shotgun going to hand this off up the middle. Kyle gets pushed down to the 1-yard line. Yeah. Second and goal for the Packers, 2:49 to play in this one. Until ABC decides to show the game, we're watching 2016 Giants-Packers NFC wildcard. Because I got no other choices. And I also still keep up with the where were we here? So after the negative 2-yard pass to Sal Cannella, incomplete pass there. A 8-yard pass to Day Hunter sets up a 4th and 4, and the 30-yard field goal is good for Arlington. So they get on the board first, while we still can't watch the game in South Florida for some reason. And typically this isn't an issue, but for some reason ABC is being difficult today. So until they decide to show the game, which they have to at some point. Rodgers under center, handoff up the middle, trying to find the end zone here. Powell gets pushed. And the Packers get in. It's going to be a 37-13 lead. I am legit like a minute or so away from putting on some 2009 football. Just put on the 2009 Super Bowl between the Colts and Saints. If anyone new tuning in, expecting me to be calling Renegades defenders, my local ABC station is still on the 11 o'clock news. 20 minutes later. So to buy time until they decide to show it, we have 2016 NFC wildcard between the Giants and Packers on. Because that's the only other football game that's being shown right now. Because this is absolutely ridiculous. Okay, we're heading to it. I'm assuming that Arlington, DC is at a commercial break right now. Because now my ABC is also on a commercial break. So hopefully we're going to get into it. Yeah. Exactly. It's all just weird. I don't get this. Oh, is there? Oh, is that the... That might be the Arsenal Newcastle game then. Because that's on that's on a different station. It's weird. At this point in the year, there's always some weird games on like the main stations. Like ESPN is showing, I mean it's not weird, but ESPN is showing the PGA Tour or the PGA Championship. We have bull riding on CBS. Yeah, we'll see. Again, local ABC is now on a commercial break. If this is lining up with when this game's on a commercial break, we might have... Never mind, it did not line up, but maybe we'll still get back to it. Chris Rowland has a 14-yard carry to begin the drive for DC. Yeah, always golf. Always golf. Yeah. Start watching Infinity War. I know soon on ESPN, UCF's gonna be playing in the softball stuff. That regional. Which if this game doesn't start soon, we might. I have my UCF jersey still. We could. But this is ridiculous. So Deion Jackson would have had a 57-yard touchdown run, but it's called back No, it's a 57-yard touchdown for Deion Jackson with a penalty on Arlington. Going to put the defenders on the board, and of course we miss it. And then the conversion try is going to be shortened. And we're still on the local 10 news. I cannot with I'm so sorry, by the way. There's just nothing I can do. This game's not being shown for some reason. They converted the 3-point try. I haven't seen that yet. Yep, there we go. 3-point conversion attempt is successful as Deion Jackson puts it in. It's a 9-3 game. That's still not being shown. I am so tempted to make a whole new graphic package and put on some old football. Just so I have something. This is ridiculous that ABC is still on the local 10 news. How? There's no way this game's just not getting showcased in Florida. I don't get it. I mean, I think I had this issue once last year as well. I don't get it either and why it happens. It's just how things are, I guess. I don't know. I'm not seeing anyone else having this issue though, which is weird. Yeah. I mean, I'm not seeing anyone else having. Yeah, no, I'm not seeing anyone else with this issue. I don't get it. So give me a second then. I'm gonna say some options about. Yeah, I do still want to have like a proper full stream today. So we're gonna put ABC on this monitor just until I have word on that game. What old NFL game are we thinking about? Oh. Well, typically I don't need ESPN Plus. Yeah, what old NFL game? I've all the way back to 2009, and we're just gonna watch an old NFL game. And because I do want proper, I do want a proper like long stream today. And we'll just put the scoreboard underneath me while we try our best to keep updated on this one. What's a game I haven't watched in a while? I think that's a good 09 Super Bowl. I'm fine with that. I'm fine watching Saints Colts. Oh wait, did they just finally sign off? I'm gonna set up Saints Colts just in case. We might do both because it will be funny. Yeah, I can make that real quick. Uh, I know I'm missing a good game, and that's what I hate about it. But I don't have a choice in the matter. Okay, Arlington's drive after the touchdown for DC. 2-yard catch for Arlington. 2-yard carry for Arlington. 9-yard catch by Isaiah Winstead. A 21-yard catch by Deontay Burnett. Let me quickly set this up. I just realized I'm not gonna be able to have. I need to make a news, whatever. Exactly, and like this game has playoff hopes on the line and all that, so like it makes it feel even worse. But there's nothing I can do in the matter, sadly. I'm bound by ABC. My local ABC is on a commercial break, so there is that. So we shall see if we're about to get this game back. I appreciate. But there was a false start in Arlington before that play. Okay. This is my first time making an NFL scoreboard with this new graphic package that I have. So this is going to be very interesting. I'm still committed to doing the Super Bowl, by the way, if I need to. I don't fully remember this Super Bowl because I was young when it happened and wasn't as into football. I remember like a few of the key moments, like the surprise onside kick and stuff, but besides that, this should be good. Are they going off? Damn. Deontay Burnett has a 9-yard completion on 1st and 15. The last thing I can see. I know that this 09 season is like one of Drew Brees' best seasons, and that he should have won an MVP this year. I do have plans to watch like I do have plans to watch every single game from this 09 season and make a video on my thoughts on it. It's one of the seasons I haven't like fully watched personally. There we go. And then we're just gonna add these as text things because screw it. We're not gonna have timeouts for this because it's a spur of the moment thing or a possession, but that's fine. Okay, anyone still tuning in? My local ABC is refusing to show Arlington, DC. And I'm pretty sure right now, yeah, it's on some random art thing. We're not gonna get the game, sadly. So honestly, with that being said, then we're gonna fully turn this into. We're just gonna fully turn this into this old time thing. It sucks that we're missing this game, but we're gonna make the most of it by testing my knowledge on 09 football rosters. Right, even then, like this is not gonna be. NFL Plus has this an hour 40 because there's no commercials for this, so we're going straight in. All right, so the New Orleans Saints are getting the ball first in the 2009 Super Bowl. Kickoff underway. Let's just enjoy this Sunday. How about that? Going to be returned from the 3-yard line. Has some room down the right side. Can get past the 20 to about the 23. I need to pull up these rosters. As Drew Brees takes the field, this is. All right, Breeze under center, going to hand this off up the middle to the fullback to gain about 3. Other thing is, there's no commercials in this because it's just the NFL Plus replay. So Breeze under center, looking to throw 1 second down, gonna pump fake, now throw it left side, gonna be caught in the flat and get up to about the 30-31. I'm sorry, I have to pull up the rosters for these teams. There we go. So that was caught by Pierre Thomas out the backfield. Let me pause this so I can get the... This was Super Bowl. Oh, nice Super Bowl. There we go. The Breeze in shotgun, back to his left, 3 receiving options to the right, looking to throw on 3rd down. Launcher went deep right side and overthrown, incomplete. Trying to get that to Robert Meacham. It's a 3 and out for the Colts to begin the Super Bowl. We improvise here, folks. And out comes legendary punter Thomas Morstead to send it down. The punt comes off clean by Morstead. Going to be brought down at about the 27 on the return. And Peyton Manning takes the field from there. It's so dumb. They keep pushing this coverage. They keep pushing the programming back 10 minutes. God, this is stupid. Oh, Perez fumbles and is picked up by DC. And that's how that drive ends. Deion Jackson then loses a yard, gains 8, and an incomplete pass at Diamu. I'm going to try my best to keep up with the game still, the main game. Oh, hell yeah, enjoy again. This is like one of the better Super Bowls of the 2000s. Manning in shotgun, back to his left. Play action, looking to throw. Has time, pass over the middle. It's caught by Dallas Clark down to the 45-yard line. Great first play by the Colts. Flash, correct me if I'm wrong, but Dallas Clark's in the Hall of Fame, right? If not, he should be. That's a great throw. Even better catch by Dallas Clark. Manning under center, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. As Manning's going to hand this off left side for Joseph Adai, and that's a gain of 3. He's one of those players where, like, should be in the Hall of Fame. Manning in shotgun, back to his left. 2 receiving options to each side. Ball on their own 47. It's a 2nd and 8 coming up. And yeah, Dallas Clark, not in the Hall of Fame. He damn sure should be. Play action, looking to throw. Manning with time. Pass right side, caught by Joseph Adai. Gets past midfield and brought down at the 49. That's not Darren Harper. That's Roman Harper on the tackle there. 3rd down coming up for Indianapolis. So 3rd and 4. Manning alone in shotgun. 3 receiving options to the left, 2 to the right. Ball just past midfield at the plus 49. Gonna look to throw once again. Manning with time. Pass over the middle. Caught by Clark. First down and then some. Gain of roughly 7. Colts keep the drive moving. It's funny. This Colts team 100% should have won the Super Bowl. The only issue is he went against Drew Brees and this Saints team. And Drew Brees was just on one this season. Manning under center, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. Gonna play action, look to throw. Pressure coming. Manning steps right. Pass left and incomplete. Looking for Dallas Clark. Roman Harper bats it away though. 2nd and 10 coming up. Now another quick throw right side by Manning to Pierre Garçon. On the screen is going to get about 3. That's the joy of NFL Plus. Sometimes you don't wait for the snap. Manning in shotgun, back to his left, 3 receiving options to the right. And yeah, I know he was in the Ring of Honor, but I thought for sure Hall of Fame by this point. Throw over the middle by Manning is caught and going to get a first down and then some to the 25. That's Austin Collie on the reception? Yeah, Austin Collie. What is this? Yeah, the rookie out of BYU at this point. Saints trying to get a good pressure, but Manning just able to get the ball out in time. That's the case with a lot of players around this time. Manning under center, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. Been a great drive for the Colts so far. As Manning's going to hand it off to Joseph Adai right side. Going to bulldoze his way for about 2 yards. I think that's his first carry of the game. And under 9 minutes to play in this first quarter. And so Manning under center, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. The Colts have had 7 opening drive touchdowns in 2009. And it's going to be a false start before the snap. Push them back 5. $8:36 to play in this first quarter. Oh yeah, that is Jim Caldwell as the head coach. Damn, first season. Jim Caldwell, man. Good on him. So Manning in shotgun. Adai to his right, Dallas Clark to his left in the backfield. Ball now on their plus 27-yard line. Manning to throw. Quick pass right side, caught by Adai. And going to get up to the 21. Honestly, I'm very tempted to do more shit like this often. Where, like, it's a random, like, Sunday during the off season. Let's just go live with an old football game. I feel like that would be fun. Manning under center on 3rd and 5 from about the 20. Back behind him, going to look to throw a quick pass right side, incomplete. Looking for Pierre Garçon. Couldn't hang on to it. It's a 4th and 5 coming up. I know you would be. And trust me, I am as well. I love watching these old games. Because again, there's just random players that's just like, oh yeah, he was that dude for like 2 weeks. As Matt Stover on for the field goal try here, before they had Adam Vinatieri. Kick is up, and the Colts are on the board first. 3-0 Colts lead early on. And I forget what Super Bowl this is. Was that 44? Kickoff underway, going to be returned from about the 2. And has some room down the left side. Going to hurdle his way to and fumble in, but picked up by the Saints at about the 27. Got saved there. That's Curtis Roby on the return. Like another name that, like, I forget he even Mark Brunell is the Saints' backup this year. He has a Super Bowl ring. Oh, yeah, he was down by contact. So it's going to be ball about the 26. Breeze under center, looking to throw. Pump fake and pass over the middle is incomplete. Nearly picked off, looking for Pierre Thomas. With some good coverage there by Clint Session. Former 5th round pick by the Colts. Or former 4th round pick by the Colts. Because I told you about this ball flash, but the same people behind hoop grids have now made gridiron grids. And I've been having a lot of fun with that. As Breeze quick throw left side is caught and going to be a gain of about 4 for Marquez Colston. So a 3rd and 6. Breeze in shotgun back to his left and a tight end in the backfield to his right. As Breeze will look to throw once again. Has time, pass over the middle, it's caught for the first down and then some. Room to run. Past the 45 and down to the 47. That is Reggie Bush. Heisman winner. Reggie Bush on the reception. Former Miami Dolphin as well. Yeah, this would be Reggie Bush's 3rd year in the league at this point. A good blocking up front by the Saints as well. Now 1st and 10 from their own 47. Breeze under center, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. Going to hand this off right side for Reggie Bush. Stiff arms one man and going to get to midfield before being forced out of bounds. So Breeze under center, back behind him, 2nd and 7. Play action looking to throw. Pass left side is wide open but dropped. Marquez Colston couldn't hang on. And it's 3rd and 7. Plenty of open space to run. If you could just hang on to that pass. And even the UFL app. Okay, the first quarter has ended between Arlington and DC. It's a 9-3 DC lead. But again, there's just not... It's just not being shown in South Florida ABC for some reason. 3rd and 7. Breeze in shotgun back to his left. 2 receiving options to each side looking to throw. Has some time. Pass over the middle. Incomplete. Trying to squeeze one in there. DeMarquez Colston couldn't hang on. Great coverage there by Melvin Boulette. The 2nd-year strong safety out of Texas A&M, making a big-time play to force another punt by the Saints. Oh man, Dwight Freeney, his bull rush on that left side. Always so much fun to watch. So Thomas Morstead back on to send this one down. Comes off clean. It's a high one. And going to be let bounce and down inside the 5 at the 4. Beautiful punt by Thomas Morstead, a future Hall of Fame punter, hopefully. He deserves it. I know he was recently released by the Jets, and that's very unfortunate. I would love him back in Miami. Manning under center, back and fullback behind him. 2 receiving options to the right. As Manning going to play action, look to throw, pass right side, caught. It's going to be a screenplay. Has some room to run for a first down and a gain of 11. That is Donald Brown on the reception. Rookie out of Connecticut. Was the Colts' 1st round pick in this past draft at the time of this game. That's a name again. That's like Donald Brown, a name I haven't heard in a while. Let's play in 2015. Manning in shotgun back to his left. 2 receiving options to each side. Ball now on the 15. Play action looking to throw once again. Manning with time. Pass left side. Incomplete. Looking for Brown once again. Couldn't hang on this time. That's Jonathan Villa on the coverage. Holy. Jonathan Vilma. Talking about names I haven't heard in a hot minute. Defensive Rookie of the Year winner in 2004. DC scored again. Hell yeah. As Manning in shotgun back to his left, 2 receiving options to each side on 2nd and 10. DC scored due to an Abram Smith touchdown run. Manning going to hand this off up the middle for Joseph Adai. Has some room, a first down and more, up to about the 30, maybe the 31. LSU legend Joseph Adai on the carry. Also a former first-round pick by the Colts. I'm not surprised that DC is dominating. I just wish I was able to watch the dominating live. So Manning under center, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. Ball on the 31-yard line of the Colts. Gonna play action, look to throw. Pressure coming. Manning, pass left side, off the mark and incomplete. Looking for Reggie Wayne. But pressure forced the errant pass. So Manning in shotgun, back to his right. 2 receiving options to each side for the 2nd and 10. 3:40 to play in the first quarter of Super Bowl 44. So Manning gonna hand this off left side. Has some room for a dive. Gonna get a first down and a gain of 11. Keeping the chains moving. Joseph Adai on the carry. Again, the Colts have a nice history of running backs throughout the 21st century. You have Edgerrin James to begin it, Joseph Adai in the mid-2010s or mid-2000s. You have a little bit of a rough period where you have Frank Gore and Trent Richardson come in, but then you got Jonathan Taylor and Marlon Mack to run it out. Like, it's a solid running back history. Ball now 1 of 42. Manning under center looking to throw. Quick pass left side that's caught by Reggie Wayne for a gain of about 5. Yeah, I didn't realize Joseph Adai went to LSU. Wait, Vinatieri is on the roster this year. So is he just injured leading up to this, and that's why Matt Stover was the main kicker in the Super Bowl? But yeah, probably. He only played 6 games this year. Okay. Manning under center, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. Yep, always competing with the Titans. The Titans also have a good running back history, yeah. Handoff up the middle, that's going to be Donald Brown for about 4-ish. Oh yeah, Eddie George. I love Chris Johnson. He's probably my favorite back of like the early 2010s. It's him and Adrian Peterson. I loved watching both of them. It's a shame neither got a ring. Oh yeah, it was during the Saban era. Shit. So Manning under center, back and fullback behind him for 3rd and 1. Handoff up the middle, Adai, some room, first down and more. Makes one man miss, the 30, the 25, and down to the 23. Joseph Adai, some good patient running, gets the first down and a whole lot more. I mean, the Colts ground game was good even before that, in, yeah, what would have been the AFC East still. But yeah, it's definitely the case of you play against the Texans and the Titans front sevens, you're going to have a good ground game. Manning under center, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. Play action looking to throw. Pressure coming. Pass left side. Well off the mark again. Incomplete. Looking for Reggie Wayne. Pressure in his face as he was throwing that ball. I believe that was Jonathan Vilma again. Which again, that's... I did not realize Jonathan Vilma was on this Colts team. Yeah. That Les Miles era was weird in LSU. Didn't he win a natty with LSU in like 2011 or some shit? Manning under center, back behind him, handoff up the middle for Donald Brown, and gonna get to about the 19-ish. Maybe gonna get the Colts in the red zone for the first time today. I mean, I do think that one of the more underrated parts of those Texans teams was the front seven. Like, yeah, their offense wasn't great during the early years of their existence, or even still. They've always had like a pretty consistent defense. 3rd and 6, Manning in shotgun, back to his left, tight end to his right. Looking to throw, pass, end zone, right side, wide open, touchdown Indianapolis. Pierre Garçon and the Colts are up by 9. 36 seconds to play in the first quarter. Pierre Garçon. Man, oh man. Talking about underrated receivers. This isn't rookie year Pierre Garçon, right? It's second year, I think. Yeah, second year Pierre Garçon. Former 6th round pick by the Colts in 2008. He gets the first touchdown of the game. And now the extra point. It is up, and it is good by Matt Stover. Again, for those still tuning in, for those new tuning in just now, expecting Arlington versus DC. South Florida, for some reason, is not getting that game, or at least I am not. So we decided let's watch Super Bowl 44 between the Saints and Colts instead. So that way we can still have like a decently long stream. Kickoff on the way, going to be returned from about 3 yards deep into the end zone and get up to about the 21. 07, that's when it was, okay. And yeah, I mean, the AFC you've had to have strong defenses, because look at the offenses you were going against. The Manning Colts, the McNair Titans in the early 2000s, Tom Brady for 20 years. Pittsburgh was always pretty consistent offensively. As a penalty on the kickoff is holding against the Saints. Yeah, Ravens. Ravens, I wouldn't say really had ever had a fantastic offense. Their defenses, though, were always incredible. Cincy's offense, both the Palmer Ocho Cinco and the Dalton AJ Green days. 30 seconds left in the first quarter. Breeze under center, back and fullback behind him. Going to hand this off up the middle, and that's going to be a gain of about 5-ish. Oh yeah, Ray Lewis is a legend, man. I loved watching Ray Lewis play. But really, there's so many pieces to those 2000s Ravens defenses that are just incredible. As we've reached the end of the first quarter, largest deficit overcome to win at the time of 2009 was a 10-point deficit that Washington overcame. The Saints are now down by 10. And this was really not a good start to this Super Bowl for the Saints, huh? I mean, end of the first quarter, Colts have been dominating this one. Breeze under center, back behind him, 3 receiving options to the left, looking to throw. Pass right side is caught by Marquez Colston. Down to the 26. What a pass. Holy. Beautifully layered in between 2 defenders. That is a hell of a pass by Drew Brees. Holy. Yeah. But that was I mean, the 2012 Ravens offense, I think, was probably the best they've had out of their like really great years. As Breeze hands this off to Reggie Bush right side on 1st and 10, going to gain about 9. Wasn't Manning the MVP this year? If so, I kind of understand why Breeze didn't win it, but I still think he should have. Yeah, it was Peyton Manning the MVP. Again, that makes sense, definitely. I mean, 14-2 record, 33 touchdowns, 16 interceptions. As Breeze under center, going to hand this off right side for Reggie Bush on second down, trying to get the sideline. Might have gained a yard. Maybe. Peyton Manning has a all-time record of 7.23 net yards per attempt. What? There's a penalty on the play. Going to be a personal foul on the Colts. Tack on 15 to the end of the run. And a first down for the Saints. Where are they saying the personal foul at? Oh, I guess just the fact he led with the crown of his helmet. He didn't hit him though. I mean, I don't know about that. Even back in 2009, it was questionable. It's Philip Wheeler. Hell yeah, love Philip Wheeler, former Miami Dolphin right there. Loved him in Miami. He spent 2 years here, but man, did I love him. Gonna play action, look to throw on 1st and 10 from midfield. Pass right side, caught by Pierre Thomas. Breaks off 2 tackles and gonna still fight his way for a gain of 9. Pierre Thomas, underrated back right there. I mean, if you put Drew Brees on this same Colts team, I think if you put 2009 Drew Brees on the 2009 Colts, that team probably goes undefeated. As handoff left side on 2nd and inches, breaks 1 tackle and gonna fight his way for the first down. A gain of about 1 for Pierre Thomas. Like for as good as 09 Peyton Manning was, 09 Drew Brees was on a different level as well. Like, this was the year he should have won MVP. Led the league in completion percentage, led the league in touchdowns, led the league in QBR and QB rating. As Breeze and shotgun back to his left, 3 receivers to the right. 1st and 10 from the plus 39. Breeze looking to throw. Pass right side caught and gonna be enough for the first down. A gain of roughly 11. And I couldn't quite get the jersey number for who caught that. Oh, that was Marquez Colston, yeah. When in doubt, it was Marquez Colston catching the pass from Drew Brees. Especially in this era. Like, I would definitely rather have like the supporting cast of the 09 Colts. 09 Colts over the 09 Saints. Breeze under center, back and fullback behind him, gonna hand this off left side. And that's Pierre Thomas going to get maybe a yard, if that. Under 11.5 to play in this first half. As it's a 15-3 DC lead for those still curious about that game. Gonna play action, look to throw. Breeze breaks off 1 sack. Pass right side, that's caught. And gonna be a gain of about 5-ish. That was Devery Henderson on the reception. Another former LSU Tiger making a grab here. Yeah, I mean, it is a shame that Breeze never won MVP, but at least he has a Super Bowl and a Super Bowl MVP. As 3rd and 3 from about the 22.5, Breeze looking to throw. Has time, now had time, but that time expired thanks to Dwight Freeney. Sacked back at the 30. The edge rushing tandem of Dwight Freeney and Robert Mathis making their presence felt. as Mathis forced Breeze to step up directly into the palm of Dwight Freeney. As I want to point out, ABC is now talking about the Seminole tribe. Hell yeah. So Garrett Hartley on for the field goal try to put the Colts on the board. This is a 46-yard try from the right hash. Kick is up, and it is right down the middle with 9.5 to play in the first half. Yeah, Breeze was robbed. All right, kickoff going to begin return from about the goal line and going to work his way to about the 22. Like, that's part of the reason why, like, I want to go back and watch all of the games from this season at some point. You have, like, a better comparison. Like, a better idea of how robbed he was. As Manning in shotgun back to his left, 2 receiving options to each side. Ball on the 22. Yeah, I mean, for as much as I respect Aaron Brooks, he was not the guy in New Orleans. Pass right side caught by Joseph Adai for a gain of roughly 11. I mean, it's hard to tell if the eye test matched up or not when I haven't really done the eye test yet. Because again, he still had a 70% completion percentage. You have to make some really impressive throws for that to be the case. There's now a 2nd and 1 for the Colts. Manning under center, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. He's going to make some adjustments at the line. Manning going to hand this off right side once again for Adai and stuffed in the backfield. A loss of about 3. Jonathan Vilma on the tackle for loss there. Under 9 minutes to play in the first half. Arlington guy on the board? Or guy in the end zone? Oh yeah, it's a Perez touchdown pass. Okay. Well, that's the Saints. I mean, Michael Thomas was the same way. Manning in shotgun back to his right, looking to throw on 3rd and 4. Pass over the middle. It dropped. Pierre Garçon couldn't hang on. And it's a 3 and out for the Colts. Oh my. It's there. It's in the bucket. That's a beautiful throw from Peyton Manning. Holy. That's one you need to hang on to. As Pat McAfee is on to send this one down. As Reggie Bush is set to return. Punt comes off clean. And going to be returned a fair cod at about the 27. So Breeze in shotgun, going to play action, look to throw. Pass over the middle is overthrown and incomplete. Nearly picked off by Antoine Buffet? Yeah, that's Antoine Buffet there. Nearly picking that one off. A former 6th round pick by the Colts. Oh, that's through the hands. Breeze was looking for Jeremy Shockey. Put too much into it. I did not realize how many big names were in this Super Bowl. Play action looking to throw. Breeze has plenty of time. Pass left side is caught in the flat. And that is Pierre Thomas for a gain of about 7. 8 minutes to play in the first half now. A 3rd and 3. Breeze and shotgun. 3 receivers to the right looking to throw. Pass left side caught by Colson. First down and more. Lower in the shoulder and down to the 48. Marquez Colston. Another one of those receivers where you're just like, man, I forget how good he was. He was never a receiver that really like flashed off the page or off the screen. But he was always consistent for the Saints. And has a good job lowering the shoulder there. As Breeze under center, going to hand this off left side and going to maybe gain a yard as Reggie Bush trips and slips. That's the case for a lot of really good teams, though. Since they didn't make the Super Bowl, you don't really remember them being that good of a team. Like 2015 Arizona was that team, but they didn't make the Super Bowl because they went up against Carolina. Like 2015 Carson Palmer is still talked about to this day as like I forget how good of a quarterback he was that year. Oh yeah, Saints won the Super Bowl, but I don't have access to Arlington, DC right now, so we're watching this instead. And we're kind of trying to pretend like it's happening right now. As Breeze throws right side, that's caught by Jeremy Shockey for a gain of about 8. Like 2015 Arizona is one of those teams. 2016 Green Bay, I'll put up there as well. As a team that's like, damn, if only they made the Super Bowl. 2018 New Orleans as well. They were a great team that year and got screwed. Third and 2 for the Saints. Breeze and shotgun looking to throw. Has some time. Pass left side. Wide open room to run. First down and more. Makes one man miss. Inside the 25 and down to the 23. That's Lance Moore on the reception. Former Toledo Rocket. Getting a big time first down. 5.5 to play in the first half. True. Carson Palmer couldn't win it when it mattered. Doesn't mean he didn't have some great seasons. There's quite a few quarterbacks that are like that, where it's like they're great quarterbacks, just when the lights are the brightest, they don't show up. Breeze under center, back behind him, going to end around this left side, but Antoine Bethea read it like a book, a loss of 6. Trying to get the end around there for Devery Henderson. Just nothing going. Under 5 minutes to play now in the first half. Yeah, that Jags team. I mean, that's Marino's last playoff game, so I remember a little bit better. But like, I don't know what it is. It might be a blackout, but yeah, it's weird that it's not showing it. Breeze in shotgun, back to his left, 3 receivers to the right. As Breeze will look to throw in 2nd and 17. Pass over the middle is caught. Breaks one tackle. Marquez Colston inside the 5 to the 3. Yeah, I don't know if it's a blackout or not, but it's definitely weird that. No, but it's a national televised game, so who knows? I can check again. Yeah, they're still on wildlife coverage of Florida. Okay. On ESPN 3? Do I have ESPN 3? I do not. Breeze under center, gonna look to throw. Pass right side is caught by Lance Moore, but gets nothing on the play. Yeah. Does it? I don't see it as like one of these options on YouTube TV. Let me just go through these other ESPN options, see if one of them are showing it. Not ESPN News. Not ESPNU. Yeah, no, it's all just like softball coverage right now. Oh well. Breeze under center, back behind him. And there's movement up front before the 2nd and goal snap. Gonna be a false start on the Saints. And yeah, YouTube TV is weird with some of the stuff I get. I still like it. Like it does good majority of the time. Oh, NFL Network's about to show Bills Cardinals from 2020. Oh, that's a great game. Second and goal from the 8. Breeze under center, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. Handoff, right side. Pierre Thomas down to the 1. Yeah, that's the Hell Murray, as it's called. I can search it real quick. If so, I'll gladly switch back quickly to Arlington, DC. Yeah, no. Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't have ESPN3 on YouTube TV. Oh well. Yeah, it just shows ESPN, ESPN2, the SEC Network, ACC Network, ESPNU, ESPN News. Oh well. Breeze handoff, right center second and on third and goal, and he trips and loses a yard. Under 2 minutes to play in this first half. Because of this as well, there's a chance I go live tonight for Game 7 of Panthers Leafs as another way to make up for this. And I do want to have like a proper like game setup. So we'll see. Breeze under center, going for it on fourth and goal. Handoff, right side. Pierre Thomas stuffed at the line. No gain, down at the 1. The Saints turn it over on downs. Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, y'all's team was great. It was a fun series and a great effort. But it's weird. It was also one of those series where it did feel like Florida got a lot of puck luck in that series. But I mean, I'll take it. I'm hoping for some good puck luck tonight. I really don't want Toronto to make the conference finals. DC scored again. I forgot I was supposed to be keeping updated on that as well. I'm having too much fun watching Saints Colts. Colts backed up at their own 1. Manning under center, back and fullback behind him. A fullback dive to get some breathing room, gets to about the 5. Yeah, I saw that they had that touchdown. My UFL app is acting up. Oh yeah, it was Chris Rowland in the touchdown grab. Handoff to a die up the middle on second down, gets about a half-yard short. Yeah, so there is technically a UFL app. It is, I'm pretty sure, registered on the App Store as the XFL app. Because that's what happened with mine. I had both the XFL and USFL apps. And the XFL one just updated to UFL when the time came last year. Fullback dive on third and goal is going to get stuffed for about half a yard. No gain on the play. And the Saints will call their second time out there. No good on a 2-point try. I do appreciate y'all keeping me updated on that game. I wish I would have been able to properly watch it, but ESPN is screwing me over. Damn. Which that's not a Kimbrel, is it? I'm probably thinking of a different era Phillies team. I do not know MLB that well. I try to keep up as best I can in certain moments, but for the most part, I appreciate it. Yeah. Again, there's a chance I'm live again tonight as another way to make up for not having Arlington, DC. because I'm gonna be watching Panthers Leafs game 7 anyway. Jose, okay. A punt cuts off clean, going to be returned up to about the 49, 35 seconds left in the half. Jose Alvarado. Okay, I know that name definitely. Damn, that sucks. Breeze looking to throw, has some time, pass over the middle, caught for the first down and more. Inside the 35 to about the 33. That's Devery Henderson on the grab. Under 23 seconds to play now. Breeze hurrying up and gonna spike it. 20 seconds to play in the half. Oh, did? Damn. Yeah, man, I haven't seen any. That was a slight frame drop there. Oh well. Should be good though. There's a chance that I'm just getting to the point where I'm peeking my mic, which would be funny. Breeze and shotgun back to his left. 3 receivers to the right looking to throw. Pass left side that's going to be caught by Henderson once again, and a gain of roughly 6. But stayed in bounds, and they're going to call their final timeout. It's 3rd and 4, 11 seconds to play in the half. Offense staying on the field with no timeouts remaining. Breeze and shotgun back to his left. 3 receivers to the right looking to throw. Has time. Throwing left side. Need to get out of bounds, and Reggie Bush does. Gains a yard. Gets out of bounds. 5 seconds in the half. Also, yeah, I'm Seattle was a fun team to watch in the 2020 XFL. Like, they were a fun team to watch with DiNucci and Josh Gordon. As you can tell by the jersey, I was a New York Guardians fan in the 2020 XFL. The field goal right before the end of the half is up and good. It is a 10-6 game. I do wish as well that league wasn't cut short. I feel like that would have been a fantastic. I feel like that really would have been the breakout spring football needed. As we're exiting halftime, it is the start of the second half. The Colts are expected to get the ball back here. Well, you're a Battlehawks fan, Flash, so of course you hate to see Dragons. All right, Thomas Morris says to send this one down, and is a fake onside kick. The Saints onside kick and recover. The play this Super Bowl is probably most known for the surprise onside kick, and the Saints recover and get the ball back to begin the half. This play was genius by Sean Payton. Yeah, McAfee is in this one. This was his one chance at a ring. Going back to earlier, when we're talking about really good teams that kind of get forgotten because of not having a Super Bowl appearance, the 2014 Colts was a fantastic team, but just isn't remembered because of not making the Super Bowl. Same with 2016 Colts, but I think 14 was a little bit better. As the refs are still fighting through this pile, and there we go. There's the signal. Saints ball. DiNucci known for fumbling. I love Ben DiNucci. He's chill like that. Yeah, the Orlando Guardians didn't really work. I watched them. I was a fan of them, but that's not the Brandon and Orlando team needs. 2023 Dolphins. Man, that was a team that should have been so much better, but got decimated by injuries at the tail end of the season. Like, just absolutely decimated. in the span of the final 3 or 4 weeks, we lose our starting center, 2 of our starting edge rushers, a starting corner, and Tyreek Hill gets banged up against Tennessee. Like, just all around, that season could have been that season. Like, that was the 1 year Tua stays healthy, and no one else on the team's able to. It just sucks. Yeah, the colors game for the Orlando Guardians wasn't good. It's all around, like, or like, it's unlikely, but if Orlando gets a spring football team back, it needs to be the Apollos from the AAF. Like, that was the perfect branding choice for an Orlando football team. It fits these surrounding teams perfectly. Play action looking to throw. Breeze passed over the middle. It's caught by Pierre Thomas and going to spin his way for a gain of 12 and a first down. I hope so as well, considering that this is most likely Tyreek's last year in Miami, just based off of like the direction the team might be going in. But I mean, like, apparently, this is what's being said, that during training camp before last season, Tyreek dealt with a wrist injury that he played through the entire year, which could make more sense. As Breeze is passed over the middle, it's caught by Henderson once again for a gain of 9. So, like, he's had now 2 surgeries to repair his wrist. So hopefully he gets back to that level. But the key thing is we need to, like, actually scheme him open better. And yeah, this is the 2020 New York Guardians jersey. Was that 199 2 minutes before the half? Yeah. No, I am not a Florida Gators fan. Breeze's pass left side is caught by Henderson for a gain of about 5. So I grew up a Hurricanes fan, and now I am a UCF fan. As I have family that are alum, I am entering. I'm halfway through my time at UCF. I just finished my second year there. Yeah, we were UM fans growing a UM fan growing up, but mainly now UCF. But generally in college football, I root for chaos. I don't really care about anything specifically. As Breeze looks to throw, pass over the middle is caught by Colson for a gain of about 9.5. Yeah, college sports for me have always been more so of like just something to have on the background. Oh yeah, I was I was driving back. I was driving back home for winter break, and I had the Miami Syracuse game on the radio, and that was a tough game for Miami. Hand off to Pierre Thomas, is going to gain about 10 in the first down. Oh, but a Philadelphia Stars Orlando Guardians matchup sounds like it would hurt my eyes. I think so as well. But I mean, you have to be able to beat Syracuse or one of the other teams they lost. You have to be able to beat them. Because if they make the conference championship, they're in guaranteed, even if they lose it. Breeze's pass right side on the screen to Pierre Thomas is called, has some room. First down and more. Breaking tackles, diving in. Touchdown, New Orleans. They take the lead for the first time. 13 unanswered points. As they're going to make the extra point here due to the old extra point rules. That's crazy. 13 unanswered is insane. Yeah. I mean, a lot of last year's college football was a lot of fun to watch. It's probably my probably one of my favorite years watching college football, even with UCF not being good. But there was a lot of really good games. And again, like, in the playoffs as well, like they were all really tight. Arizona State, Texas was such a fun playoff game to watch last year. Would that just say Pierre Thomas is the third running back with a receiving touchdown in both conference championship and Super Bowl? In the same, yeah, third running back all time with a receiving touchdown in conference championship and Super Bowl in same season. In the same season. In the same season. That is crazy. That's a real stat at this time. Oh yeah, Carson Beck. Carson Beck's a whole different story. It's gonna be interesting to watch this year for Miami. Yeah, I like the color scheme as well for the Vegas Vipers. I just don't like their logo too much. Manning rolling out to his right, looking to throw. Passes caught and going to be brought down for a gain of 7, maybe 6. That's Dallas Clark. And I think the Vipers logo and branding could have been a bit better. The color scheme is so nice though. There's reports that they're looking to expand for 2026. Though the likelihood of it has been going down throughout the season because of the quality, because of ratings and everything. So we'll see. Manning pass right side on the screenplay to Joseph Adai is caught and going to be a first down and gain of about 4. And enough for the first down. There's been reports about potential UFL expansion. If it happens, we'll see. I'm not really expecting it at this point. I mean, the ratings were still really good last year, even with the MLB season. I think it's more so that they're just not doing a good job marketing the league this year. Handoff right side to Adai has some room, going to be a gain of about 11, enough for the first down. Like, they're just not doing a good job marketing players, marketing the league. The Rock has said absolutely zero about the UFL this season. And like they kind of are banking on his voice, getting people to be like, "Oh yeah, this league exists still." The other thing is they don't have like a Jake Bates type of play early on in the season. We're in week 8, and we're now getting those type of plays. But having what Jake Bates did in week 1 helped a lot as well. A screenplay left side to Austin Collie will gain a yard. I miss the Vipers. I don't miss their branding or their stadium. But I feel like the idea behind the Vipers could have worked really well. I don't think they'll do 8 teams in each conference anytime soon. I think the idea is just to put one more in each conference for now and go from there. Yeah. Manning under center, gonna hand this off up the middle for Joseph Adai, and that's a gain of roughly 5. But we were talking last night about what else the UFL could do. If they just partner with a sports book and let the sports book handle marketing in its own right, it could work as well. Ah, damn. Manning and shotgun back to his left. 3 receiving options to the right. 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Rolling to his right to buy some time. Throwing right side is caught by Dallas Clark. Down to the 21. What a throw by Peyton Manning. Holy. That is a hell of a throw right there. On the move in a bucket in between 3 Saints defenders. Over the top of 2 of them. God damn, Peyton Manning. Uh, I have it here. I'm just not looking at it. Manning to throw, 1st and 10 from the 20. Pass over the middle, it's incomplete. Looking for Dallas Clark. Good coverage there by Scott Chanel or Channel. Former 7th round pick by the Rams. Yeah, DC is up 21-17 over Arlington. Perez is up to 216 passing. Okay. And then 1/2 he gets there. Holy. Manning gonna hand this off to Donald Brown up the middle, and that's a gain of about 5.5. It's Tyler Vaughn with a touchdown grab for Arlington. Okay. Yeah, I don't get that start time between the Nuggets Thunder. I don't get that start time at all. All right, Manning alone in shotgun. 3 receiving options to the left, 2 to the right. A 3rd and 5. As Manning will look to throw. Has time. Pass over the middle. Wide open. Dallas Clark. First down. Inside the 5 to the 4. Yeah. It's weird. I've never heard of ESPN 3 until today. That might be like an ESPN, like through ESPN Plus type of thing. I'm not fully sure though. ESPN website. Okay, Manning under center for 1st and goal. Handoff to a die. Gonna find some room on the right side, spinning his way, bouncing off defenders, and touchdown Indianapolis. Let me. Yeah, it says valid token required, and I don't have that. Damn. That's weird. He never. Shut up, Flash. Yeah, I love that as well. The transparency is one of my favorite things with the UFL. McAfee sends this down, going to be returned from about 2 yards into the end zone. Room down to run that left side, out of bounds near the 34. Great return there for the New Orleans Saints. Followed up by a Breeze handoff left side for Reggie Bush, gets about 5. That is a crazy thing for the Wizards to say. Pass over the middle is caught by Reggie Bush. Makes one man miss, makes a second, gets past midfield and down to about the 47. The plus 47. Because some people just watch ESPN the entire day and are stuck to watch him because they don't really watch anything else. And also, my take on McAfee. My take about McAfee is during football season, he is a great watch. I love the guests he has on. I love AQ Shipley. I love Darius Butler. But like when it's not football season, I just don't watch because I don't really care what he has to say about shit. Breeze's pass left side is incomplete, looking for Reggie Bush. Again, this is coming from someone who like I watched McAfee like every day back in like 2019, 2020. And those years, like when he started with Aaron Rodgers stuff, because I loved Aaron Rodgers in like 16, 17, and 18. But like it just I got burnt out watching him constantly. So I don't watch him as much anymore. Outside of like football season, I'll try to get clips and stuff. But like if it's a case of like if you hate watching his show, just don't watch it. Yes, he's damn near everywhere now, but like who cares? He does great work on College Game Day. I love him on Game Day. It's been great. Breeze's pass left side is caught by Devery Henderson for the first down and a gain of about 11. Yeah, it's funny. Some majority of his stuff is funny. I will say there's some jokes he can make sometimes. I'm like, okay, whatever. But for the most part, like it's a good watch. It's a good watch when there's nothing else on and I don't have anything else to do. Yeah, and it doesn't help that the majority of ESPN isn't good. Like Get Up is watchable sometimes. I don't like First Take. Pass right side is caught for a gain of about 2. That's Robert Meacham on the reception. Yeah, Sports Center is always going to be okay at the very least. But I don't know, I'm kind of just. But by the time Sports Center comes on, I don't really care. And there's other stuff for me to watch by that point. Like I am also like first things first and speak over on FS1. I would rather watch that than most Sports Center now. Handoff up the middle gets about 3. Yeah. But like typically NFL Live and NBA Today, I can get behind those. I'm not a big NASCAR fan. I have friends that are. I couldn't really get into it. Yeah, the pregame shows are very hit or miss. Reese to throw on third down. Pass over the middle is caught by Jeremy Shockey. Going to be brought down at the 30, just shy of the first down marker. Yeah, Maggie McAfee just a dude. One of the announcers that play is a good way to describe it. Yeah, I will be watching Game 7 tonight. I'm still 50-50 on if I will be live for that or not. I'm kind of thinking about going live for it because I am upset that I'm not able to properly call Arlington, DC. Long kick is going to be up and good for the Saints. It's a 1-point game. There's a lot of weirder things for candles to be called. So there's that. Oh yeah, that's Thunder Denver Game 7. Yeah, I know that starts at 3:30, but I'm talking about Panthers Leafs Game 7. That's the one I'll probably be live for, depending on what time I get back, because I have stuff to do after this. Pass right side by Madden is caught by Austin Collie for about a gain of 9.5. That's the other reason I kind of wanted to try and find something else to do and stay live, because I needed to kill time. Yeah, the Panthers played today. I wish they didn't. I wish we got it done on Friday night, but weird. It's halftime in DC? Okay. Denver and Florida for the Game 7s today. Manning under center, gonna hand this off up the middle for Donald Brown. Gonna get up to about the 45-ish. I think it's Denver, Florida winning. I do think that Denver OKC is gonna be a great game though. Oh, my ball's near the 25. What am I talking about? That's very fair. That is very fair. Pass right side going to be caught by Austin Collie for a gain of about 4 thanks to forward progress. I would not be surprised if the Thunder win today. I just know that I would rather sooner see Ottawa out of nowhere come back than no, Bobby's first 3 games really of the series weren't great, but he's been having a really solid last 3. But we're definitely gonna need Bobby tonight. I mean, can we just say they didn't? They did. They lost in 6. But can we just say they didn't and let them take Toronto's place? I would prefer that. We're in the 4th quarter of the Super Bowl. At this point, it's background noise. I'm fine with it. That's crazy, Bob Flash. Manning's pass over the middle, caught by Garcot, gonna get it up past the 45 to the 46. I mean, Paul George kind of did. He did nothing this past season. Which that was kind of to be expected. Not sure why Sixers fans were dependent on Paul George. That was fantastic to watch. Yeah, that was basically when the Stallions clinched, but officially it was last night. Handoff right side to Adai is going to go nowhere. Loss of about 2 thanks to Jonathan Vilma. Yeah, Paul George is damn near 40 at this point. He's never really like shined in the playoffs the past few years. Going deep left side for Reggie Wayne. Pass is underthrown and incomplete. Now a great pass there from Manning. Tracy Porter, the man in coverage there. I mean, at this point, the LeBron hype is really just the LeBron hype at this point is damn, he is still this consistent at age 40. Like the real LeBron hype came during his Miami days. His Miami days, that 2016 season. The first half of the 2010s was where LeBron really became LeBron. And he got most of this legend status behind him. Pass left side goes for a gain of 8 to Reggie Wayne. It's 4th and 2. And the offense is staying on the field for the Colts. Yeah, this was supposed to be this is the third to last weekend in regular season. Like if DC wins, the playoffs are fully set with 2 weeks to go. That's where this game was very important. Breeze's pass over the middle is caught in a slant up past the 35 to the Breeze. Manning's pass is caught up past the 35 to the 33. Reggie Wayne on the reception. And the Colts keep the drive alive. A gutsy call to go for it on 4th and 2. Yeah, that game's at halftime. You know, maybe out of the half, I'll magically be able to watch it. But oh, did AD say that? I would not hate him in Miami. And yeah, the Mavs are in a tough spot, but they're about to get Cooper Flag. So AD, Kyrie, and Cooper Flag, that's a nice trio. The issue is it'll probably take a year or 2 for Cooper to really get on the scene, but it's still not a bad trio by any means. Second and 8 for the Colts, under 12 minutes of play in the Super Bowl. I still don't think he went from 0 to hero. I think they would have been better off pretending like Luka got injured and the same thing happening. Did I watch March Madness? I think I watched a few of the games throughout it, but I wasn't dialed in like I am for it sometimes. Screen pass to Austin Collie, right side, will lose about 3 or 4. That's Malcolm Jenkins on the tackle for loss. The rookie out of the Ohio State making a play there in the Super Bowl. Yeah, it's hard to watch 64 games, but also it's just I wasn't really interested in some of the teams later on like I was in other years. I mean, Russell Wilson's probably getting the start for the Giants this year, so I'm not sure if it's really up on Jameis. Manning to throw on 3rd and 11. Pass left side. It's going to be incomplete. Looking for Austin Collie. A dangerous throw near Jonathan Vilma, and it falls incomplete. So a 4th and 11 coming up. Hey, that was slightly overthrown. Well, that's in large part because college basketball, like the longer you stay in college for basketball, the less draft stock you're gonna have. Long kick by Matt Stover is wide left. No good. But yeah, like NBA scouts and the media especially, they much prefer first year out of college guys, like the 19-year-olds, late 18, early 18, 19-year-olds if they can. Because those guys, they give you the most room of development before they enter their prime. Hand off to Reggie Bush, left side, has some room as a first down carry in the gain of 12. Low, I would love it if the Bills lose a game, or if they lose the AFC Championship game or the Super Bowl with a kick falling short. That would be hilarious. Well, no, MLB prefers guys straight out of high school if they can. NHL and the NFL, they like guys like they let guys sit in college and develop a bit, or in like other minor leagues. Pass right side caught by Pierre Thomas for a gain of about 5. Like the NHL, they have like you're able to draft a dude and have him still be in college for 2 years. Or you can send him to any of your other affiliates, either in the ECHL or the AHL. Yeah. And Ryan Williams will be a top name in the NFL draft if he enters. Breeze's pass left side is caught for a first down, gain of about 6 by Devery Henderson. But yeah, the NFL like Miami in 2020, Noah Igbinoghene was like the youngest player in a long time to enter the NFL draft, and he like just turned 20. Austin Jackson as well was a pretty young when Miami drafted him. Breeze looks to throw on 1st and 10, has some time, pass left side is caught by Reggie Bush. Going to be a gain of about 7, 8.5 to play. I think that would be perfect. Miami has another solid season, 10, 11 wins. Maybe win a playoff game, most likely not because of Miami. And then you let Tyreek walk for Ryan Williams. I think that would be the play. I'm not sure if Tyreek lasts this season or lasts another season after this one, even if Miami does well. Pass left side by Breeze is caught by Marquez Colson along the sideline. Enough for the first down, gain of 7. There's one other thing I would want to see. This is a new. Yeah. Cool. So after this game, we have one more thing I'll do. We're calling it. I doubt he retires after the year. I think it's more likely we trade him and try to get some capital out of him. Hell, he could even be a deadline trade if we aren't playing well by then. Quick throw right side is caught in the flat. Going to be a try and some type of screen here. And it's going to work for about 5, maybe 6. That is going to be Robert Meacham on the reception. Second and 4, 7.5 to play in the Super Bowl. Yeah. I mean, it depends on the sport, definitely. Like again, MLB guys, they can start young in the MLB. Like Bob Flash, you know better than I will remember better than I would. But like, Bryce Harper was like 19 when he's made his major league debut. I want to say. A quick throw left side by Breeze is going to be gonna be enough for the first down by David Thomas. Juan Soto also was like 18, 19. So you could find guys in certain leagues that start that young. But in the NFL specifically, typically they start at 21, 22. With the occasional like younger guy. I don't see Jettas getting traded. I think he's there for life. Garrett Thomas handoff right side would be a gain of about 3 to the 2-yard line. Yeah, Jared Dern had a great season for Detroit. It was a big reason why they kind of, I want to say they blew away expectations this year. Jared Dern was a big part of it. Yeah, Jefferson is stuck. Same way Chase and Higgins are stuck. Under 6 minutes to play. Like I think the biggest trade thing is potentially Tyreek at the deadline. Please, quick pass right side. It's a touchdown for the Saints. Jeremy Shockey puts them in the lead. That's 23. Yeah, so it depends on the sport as well. MLB, you're able to enter straight from high school. NBA used to be like that, but they have since made it where you need to play one year of college for some reason. NFL, you have to spend 3 years in college. Not necessarily play 3 years of college ball, but you need to spend 3 years in college. And then I'm not sure how the NHL does it. I just know that you're able to go to college if need, and more often than not, they do stay in college after being drafted. Yeah, that Pickens trade shocked me, but I kind of understand it as well. Oh, the Saints are going for 2. I forgot this happened. Breeze to throw in a 2-point try. Pass for right side. It's going to be caught. No, it's going to be incomplete. Saying he bobbled it and couldn't hang on through the contact. That's Lance Moore. It's a 5-point game. Okay. Those receivers to them. Probably. I mean, Brian Thomas is one that I could see him being on the move from Jacksonville just because that is Jacksonville. Oh, never mind. Lance Moore. What a grab on the 2-point try. The Saints challenged it. They're gonna win that challenge. That's a hell of a grab by Lance Moore. Holy. I'm not sure how to feel about the torpedo bats. My thing is, one, I don't fully care. I'm not that big into baseball where I'm like, the rules are where I'm like, the ways are the ways. I'm all for adapting how people view the sport. But at the same time, I do watch a lot of baseball bat bros in that channel. They did a video comparing standard wood to torpedo bats. There was like no difference, maybe a 1 mile per hour change. So it's whatever. That's that's crazy. Yeah, I mean, there's obviously the hand few that are similar where they're pretty much done after high school, already have stuff lined up and whatnot, but yeah, majority, yeah. Because they get in the case here, like in the U.S., like doctors spend like 7 years in school after high school because you have the 4 in college and then however long med school will take. Like it's a lot of schooling. That Chase Daniel. Wait, who is this? What's this quarterback room for the Saints? No, he's not. Hold on. I know he played for the Saints. Was he on the practice squad or something? He was, yeah, that was definitely Chase Daniel on the sideline. But he's not listed as a Saint in 2009. I'm sorry, what? Hold on, I need to see this now. That was 100% him on the sideline. Oh, he was picked up off Washington's practice squad and was probably like third string for the Saints. Yet didn't get a ring. That's crazy. That's true. Yeah, doctors typically never stop learning. It's a tough profession. What you talking about there, Bob Flash? Or the torpedo bats. My bad. Yeah, again, there's not a whole lot. Yeah, there's not a whole lot of a difference between them. It just looks weird. Manning to throw on 1st and 15. Has some time. Pass right side. Has a man wide open. That's Pierre Gasol. First down. Gain of 17. Okay, no. Okay, on Wikipedia, it does show Chase Daniel as a Super Bowl champion. Why? How come on Pro Football Reference it doesn't then? What's going on here? Put some respect on Chase Daniel. That man's a Super Bowl champion. Manning in shotgun looking to throw. Has some time. Pass left side is incomplete. Nearly picked off. Nearly picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. Looking for Reggie Wayne. Didn't put enough into it. Just too far inside. That is crazy though. I knew Chase Daniel was on the Saints. Didn't realize it was this era. Manning quick pass over the middle, caught by Garcon. Going to be gain of about 9. Yeah, it's not like it increases power or changes the swing weight. It's still the same weighted bat. It's still gonna take the same amount of force, but it just looks different. Pass to Reggie Wayne left side for a receiver screen is going to gain 11 and a first down. 4.5 to play in Super Bowl 44. Manning in shotgun, looking to throw. Pass over the middle is caught by Wayne and going to be a gain of about 4. As you said, gain of 5, so 2nd and 5 now. Yeah, and that's not like significant enough for it to be an issue. Manning pass over the middle is off the mark, looking for Austin Collie. 3rd and 5. You're the only one that believes that thing is crazy, because that's definitely not the case. But I mean, it is weird that they get a majority of the calls, but it's just they know how they. There's a part of the game where because you know the refs you're gonna get like the entire week leading up to the game. You know what ref crew you're gonna get. So that allows certain parts of the scouting department and the staff to be able to be like, okay, how did these refs call a game? And thus you're able to plan out your game in a style that makes it so it seems like you benefit. As Manning's pass is picked off, throwing left side, it's going the other way. It's Tracy Porter, a pick 6 for the Saints. And they're up by 14. Damn, that's not a terrible decision by Peyton Manning. That's just a great play by Tracy Porter. 3:12 to play in the game. That's the 10th return touchdown this season for the Saints. God damn. He went Reggie Wayne's way again. On this drive, Peyton Manning went to Reggie Wayne like 5 of the 6 times. There's a great bite on that ball by Tracy Porter. Jeez. Wasn't it Tracy Porter who picked off Brett Favre in the conference championship? Here's my thing with the Tyreek thing at this point. If it happens, it happens. I don't care. I'm not paying attention to it. Because the amount of times he's trolling about shit and just sprouting shit, I don't care. If you're on the field on Sunday, you're on the field on Sunday. Good for Miami, I guess. I wouldn't be shocked if Miami is interested in trading him. I just don't think it's a this year thing. I think that's next year. That would be a receiver room of Terry McLaurin and Tyreek Hill sounds amazing. I actually don't hate that. Because Tyreek does need a true big body deep threat receiver alongside of him. Or those flaming hot Cheetos, Bob Flash. Holding on the Colts on this kickoff. Is Isaiah Bond still an undrafted free agent, or did the team pick him up? That's crazy that Isaiah Bond was undrafted. I'm shocked. I'm shocked no team has picked him up then, or at least given him like an invite. Naturally, you guys still have a deal then. We'll gladly take Trey Hendrickson off your hands. It wasn't a thing leading up to last college football season that that Isaiah Bond was like the dude, like one of them. That is certainly a hot take because I doubt Tua plays in the preseason to potentially get injured. Manning looks to throw on 1st and 10, 3 minutes to play. Dallas Clark is going to catch this for a gain of 5. He comes up hobbled. It is both natural and weird to see Peyton Manning in the Colts uniform. And he's just going to spike this as there was penalties pre-snap. Or a stoppage pre-snap. Oh, DC's up 10 now. They had a touchdown drive to begin the half. Oh, the Saints called their first time out. That's what it was. Pass right side wide open for Dallas Clark. Going to get to the 30 before being brought down. 13-4 is an interesting. It's just an interesting prediction. I could see it if Tua stays healthy and we sign more guys on the secondary. As passed over the middle to Austin Collie is going to be caught and going to be brought down well past midfield as that brings us to the 2-minute warning. Cleveland going 0-17 would be so poetic. Damn, 32 completions in a Super Bowl ties the record. Yeah, that Bengals Dolphins game is gonna be crazy. Gonna be such an offensive shootout. People won't know what to think. Joseph Adai catches it over the middle for about 20, inside the 10 to about the 9. They did they damn near did that in 23. They started 6 quarterbacks in that year. Pass caught by a die once again. Going to be a penalty after this play, and going to get up to about the 7, pending what the penalty is. It's in theory, Cincy should win the North this year. The question is how slow of a start are they going to start out to this year? The unnecessary roughness on the Saints is called. As that he hits a die well late. It's definitely Baltimore's division to lose, but Cincy definitely has the firepower to compete. Man, his pass right side is picked. Now I think they're saying incomplete with a penalty marker down. Jabari Greer, nearly a great play along the sideline, but I think he's gonna be called for DPI now. To sign more QBs. I mean, they very well could. I was calling offensive pass interference, actually. Okay. Yeah, I mean, Cincy will probably finish second. And then, yeah, Cleveland could definitely see them. I could definitely see them start in. Like, I could definitely see every quarterback on their roster right now starting at least one game. The Chiefs at the 7 seed is crazy. Having them behind Tennessee, that's an interesting playoff prediction. I don't think Tennessee makes that big of a jump. But I could definitely see them in competition for that 7th seed. I'll put Miami against Denver in the first round as well. Miami versus Denver first round. I don't know how I feel about that. Oh yeah, Cleveland could definitely sign Bryce Perkins. I'm curious if a team is going to pick up Perkins and to what extent his role will be. Mannion pass over the middle, is tipped in the air and incomplete. Hits the crossbar. 1:10 to play. KC will be competitive in every game. The question is just, will they get the luck on their side again this year? Even then, I think they're set up for at worst a 5 seed. Yeah, and I'm expecting Denver to be pretty solid offensively again this year. Handoff to Adaya, loses 2. Okay, every year there is a team that goes from last in the division to at least competing for first. And I could definitely see Tennessee being that team this year. As the 4th down pass is incomplete to Reggie Wayne, 44 seconds remain. Saints up by 14. They're gonna win Super Bowl 44. The AFC South is just that kind of division where 8 wins can be second place easily. That's why I'm like, they're gonna definitely compete for first in that division. I'm not that high on Jacksonville or Indianapolis. So that's why I'm like, I could see the Colts compete there and shock people. I would still say best team is Houston on paper. But Tennessee is definitely looking solid. Only having one team from the NFC North is crazy. I could see every team in the NFC North making the playoffs. It's going to be a really good division this year. Yeah, that's true as well. About Tennessee. And it's gonna be definitely a very interesting season for a lot of teams. But right, this game's over. So don't want to end it just yet. So we're gonna do one more thing. Okay, like I said earlier in this stream, the same people that made hoop grids have also now made an NFL version. And I've been doing it the past few days. I have one I still need to do from yesterday. So let's can I crop this? There we go. Let me just crop this and figure that out real quick. There we go. I probably could do the crop it a little bit better. Hold on. There we go. Very scuffed, but we're gonna do this. Yeah, those are definitely tough asks for Caleb Ward. That's why like, it's also a really good test for him as well in that same nature. So anyway, we're here. I already have some ideas for this one. I think weirdly enough, the toughest very well might be Cowboys Commanders. Because there's a few names in there that are like kind of obscure names. The question is, can I just think of them? So I think most obvious for me is Alfred Morris. Yeah, 15%. I mean, pretty sure Dion played for both, but it's also going to be a high percentage one. Yeah, 20. So with those out the way, I know there's a court. Who was the? Because Brunell didn't play in Dallas. I know there's a quarterback that they share that I'm blanking. Isn't it like Cooper Rush? I'm pretty sure this was also as one from earlier. No, it was Garrett Gilbert. That's who it was. Yeah. Okay, we'll take that. A different day had one. I won't actually use it. Oh, there it is. I won't actually use it if this works. Damn, that's only a silly. We're keeping Garrett Gilbert then. Oh yeah. Oh, I can just score it. Hell yeah. Penalty declined. Okay, so what's the score now of that? Okay, it's 27-20. All right. Former 2 minute on the field. Damn. All right. Former Cowboys linebacker. Who remember? How many people remember Sean? Am I thinking of someone else then? Trinity Collard. Am I blanking on? No. Sean Lee. Is he not being listed as a linebacker? Come on. That's dumb. And who else? I mean, Van Der Esch works. Would hope. Zach Thomas played in Dallas for a year. There we go. What would Van Der Esch be for this then? How do you there we go. He's okay. Not being counted as a linebacker. Cool, we're keeping this then. Give me Tony Dorsett. Who was Sean Lee? I remember him as a linebacker. And he's even listed as like a right outside linebacker primarily. I guess you're counting right outside linebackers as edge rushers, which is dumb. So Tony Dorsett. I mean, Emmitt Smith works, but too obvious. Alfred Morris would work, but no. I mean, Rico Dow would be too obvious. Who spent like a half a season in Dallas? Maybe. I mean, this also does work for quarterbacks, but they had. I mean, oh, Doug. No, it was Bledsoe who played there, not Flutie. Bledsoe had some mobility to him, not enough then. Okay. What's Marion Barber looking like in this? Yeah, I figured. I feel like I'm missing. Oh, Herschel Walker. That's an older name. Okay. That's crazy. Yeah, the NBA is weird with the flopping and all that. Yeah, it is weird how they classify stuff. But oh well. I know I could do better on Cowboys linebacker and 500 plus rushing yards in this season. Yeah. I mean, typically it is, but who really knows at some of the times now? I know I can do better on this one. There's someone I'm just like completely blanking on. I mean, I know he wasn't the most mobile of quarterbacks, but no, okay. Thought maybe. Yeah, I remember seeing that, like Wemby got teed up. Someone, I mean, DeMarco Murray is too obvious. Alfred Morris is gonna be too obvious. Did he? No, it wasn't in Dallas. He spent time in. Um, I was thinking Adrian Peterson, but that doesn't work. Um, so who? Did Adrian Peterson spend time in Dallas? I don't think so. Won't hurt to. No, okay. It was like New Orleans, Seattle, Detroit, Washington, Arizona, like just bounced around everywhere. That's funny. Getting teed up for breaking up a fight. I like that. That's funny. Let me change the text here as well. Yeah, but it's because that it could be either or that it makes it weird. So that's why I'm like, it's whatever. Dallas, okay, who was it was Herschel Tony Dorsett into Herschel Walker into Emmitt Smith into Marion Barber. There was I mean Tony Pollard works, Zeke works. Rico Dowdle works, but those are too recent of names. I feel like I'm missing someone obvious here. That could be like a more obscure name. Let's just see what these guys get me. Oh, didn't no. Like Garrett Blunt didn't play in Dallas, right? I know he bounced around a bit. Yeah, no. He was Tampa, Philly, New England, I think back to Tampa or something. Um, I thought maybe you never know. Fine. What is DeMarco? DeMarco Murray's gonna be. Yeah. Okay. I don't love riding with Herschel Walker, but these four here are gonna be the main ones. So a Hall of Famer for Washington. Damn, not okay. Fuck. I don't think Theismann's in the Hall of Fame. No. Okay. Cool. Oh, I'm being stupid. Sammy Bow. Thank you. Come on. Fine then. What is John Riggins looking like for? Okay. That's crazy that Sammy Bow is 5%. Um, who has Washington gotten in the Hall of Fame? That's something I never thought I would be asking. That is, uh, I mean, those are the two that come to mind instantly. Didn't they have a receiver? Okay, wait, yeah, technically Dion. That's gonna be, yeah. Um, these like team ones, especially for a team I'm not like fully caught up with. Just So Adrian Peterson works for this. Yeah, I figured that's gonna be exactly. That's what sucks. It's like oh no, I'm hold on. Was it I keep confusing the two. No, was it Morgan Anderson then you played in Washington, or I'm just neither, and I'm being done with this. It was cool. It was neither of the kickers. I thought cool. Yeah, I forget exact. I know that Morgan Anderson's the New Orleans one, and Jan Sutherland's the KC one. But they both played elsewhere in their careers, and I don't remember which one. I know one of them's Green Bay. Don't remember anything else. Uh, okay, 3+ teams. Washington. This should be Mark Brunell. There we go. Take that. Hall of Fame linebacker. This is back to the whole what's a linebacker question. Because Lawrence Taylor is seen as a linebacker. Is he going to be classified as one here? He is. Cool. Just wanted to get that, make sure that was the case. The two famous NFL questions: what's a linebacker and what's a catch? Okay, so with that in mind, Dick Butkus. Okay. Erlacher, I feel like would be too obvious. Are they counting Julius Peppers as a linebacker? They're not. Okay, so essentially they're just only counting inside linebackers as linebackers. Got it. So in that case, it's gonna be a little bit tougher. I don't believe Nick Buoniconti's in the Hall of Fame. He should. How do I spell? There we go. Oh, he is. Hell yeah. Shout out to 72 Dolphins. Hell yeah. Alright, then in this case, if not Earl Morrell, then it's gonna be Garo Yepperman. He didn't, okay, never mind. I'll play for two teams then. Orlando Mare only played in Miami and Seattle, I think. He might have played in like San Diego, but I doubt it. Yeah. Oh, Matt Prater. Hello? That is so wrong. Matt Prater played for Detroit, Arizona, and Denver. Come on. Oh, I'm on the linebacker thing. That's why. I'm dumb. I'm not thinking straight. Linebacker 3+ teams. You had Greenways only in Minnesota, right? I've had that happen before where I'm just like, oh, only 3+ teams. This is easy. Completely forgetting that the other thing is linebacker because I'm so focused on Miami. Which, speaking of, actually, that does work with something. Junior Seau. Oh, okay, 27-23. That's DC lead. Okay, so we're talking about Philip Wheeler earlier. Please tell me he counts the linebacker. Because I believe he played for a few teams. Not counting. Cool. Carlos Dansby. There we go. So Raekwon McMillan didn't go anywhere after Vegas. I'm pretty sure he's still there. He might have played somewhere before Miami, but I think pretty sure he was a 5th-round pick by Miami. Jerome Baker, I think he went to Cleveland after, or he's like signed with Cleveland this year. Yeah, hasn't played it down there yet. Oh, AJ Hawk spent like 2 weeks in. How? How do people remember his stint in Atlanta? Come on, that's dumb. He spent like 2 weeks in Atlanta in 2016. That's stupid. Who else? I can definitely get a diamond on this. And that's what sucks. Dude, yeah, it still counts. He still got a snap in Atlanta. Okay, so 3+ teams, linebacker. Gonna count him? No. It's probably only just Green Bay and New York then. CJ Mosley has gone elsewhere besides. Wait, did CJ Mosley play elsewhere besides those two? No, not yet. I am fully blanking on someone that's obvious for this. And that's what sucks. Is I definitely know there's someone else. I know he played in Philly outside of Miami, but Duke Riley? No. Thought with a shot. Oh, who is I'm Kiko Alonso. Really? Only Miami? No. Only Miami and New Orleans? No, he played in Buffalo and Philly as well. He's just not being classified as a linebacker. I'm gonna stick with Carlos Dansby because this is stupid. He is a linebacker. Come on. All right, someone in the Hall of Fame with a 500+ rushing season. How far back do we want to go with this? There we go. Okay, we can definitely do better than that. That does not seem right, but okay. That I know is not right. Actually, I know both of those aren't right. Because Jim Kick and Larry Zonka both had 1,000-yard rushing season. Yeah, fuck out of here. That's both of those were correct. That is okay. What? Oh, because neither are in the Hall of Fame, which is also stupid. Jim Kick should at least be in the Hall of Fame. Yeah, but it's still outside linebacker. And even then, he played inside for both Buffalo and Philly. This being Hall of Fame backs is gonna make this annoying for me. I can think of obscure 500+ yard season backs, but Hall of Fame running backs is like I said, like Randall Cunningham isn't in the Hall of Fame. He works for this. Qualified for the outside. It's dumb. I typically like Gridiron Grits, but that's like, come on, they gotta work on that. I know is more. Who are the Hall of Fame running backs? Now that's my question. Or like, again, not the most mobile of quarterbacks, but they. Okay, now we're just gonna stick with Bronco. This is probably one of my worst grids. Whatever. This is Jim Kick. We're gonna at least get something good here. Hey, it's a unicorn. I'll take it. I'll take that. No, I think yesterday's was by far one of my favorite grids I've done. Oh, this is no longer a unicorn. Damn. OJ McDuffie was a unicorn when I did this last night. This was a crazy one. There was some yeah, this was the first one that I sent you, Bob Flash. Ed Reed is now okay. I gotta fix this. Ed Reed is now showing as a gold. I gotta fix this. Jets played in the 2000s. Um, who I don't have Keyshawn. I don't have Keyshawn Johnson anywhere. Damn. Or maybe I did actually. The Brickishaw Ferguson. Damn. Other first round. I mean, Revis works, but probably gonna be too popular of an answer. Yeah. Um, Nick Mangold. Did he play in the? Yeah. Um. Oh, DC touchdown. I was gonna stick with Ed Reed here. Fuck it. Yeah, these have been a lot. What was one that had Miami in it? Was this was a fun one. Uh, yeah, this is where I got the Garrett Gilbert from the first time. There you go. This one, Brandon Fields Pro Bowl season, and more people are forgetting that David Boston is a player. But yeah, okay. Well, it ended up being a fun stream nonetheless. I am gonna call it here though. Sadly, we couldn't get DC versus Arlington to work, but to make up for it, we did a few other fun stuff. I'm not sure if this stream will be uh still public afterwards or not. I'm gonna think about that. And there's still a chance I'm live later today for the Panthers Leaves Game 7. I'll figure it out. If not, I'll see everyone for week 9. But thank you all for tuning in and dealing with the unfortunate stuff on my end. See you all next time. Have yourselves a damn good one. Peace.